Endless expanses of the ocean represent more than just beautiful water. They represent freedom, the freedom of global trade. Earth's continents do not have straight or regular boundaries. Natural forces have shaped them into complex and unusual forms. As a result, our planet has many seas, gulfs, and straits. One of the most famous of these is the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is the world's most important oil choke point because of its narrow size and the enormous volume of traffic that passes through it. The strait connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman, which leads to the Arabian Sea. In 2018, about 21 million barrels of oil and petroleum liquids passed through the strait every day. This is roughly 3 billion liters daily. That amount is equal to more than 1,300 Olympic-sized swimming pools of liquid every day. It also represents about 21% of the world's daily petroleum consumption. Around 1/3 of all oil transported by sea and 1/4 of globally traded natural gas pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Imagine this situation. You are the chief of a Chinese oil tanker. Your mission is to deliver oil to your homeland. Nearly 40% of global oil trade passes through the Strait of Hormuz. You would like to move faster, but you cannot. The strait is deep enough for the largest oil tankers, including very large crude carriers VLCCs and ultra-large crude carriers ULCs. However, at its narrowest point, it is only about 39 kilometers wide, and ships from many countries must use it. Because of this heavy traffic, completing your journey takes time. Any problem along the route could create serious economic consequences for your country. This is why the strait is so valuable for many nations. Oil tankers must follow strict shipping lanes that pass through the territorial waters of Iran and Oman, and near islands administered by Iran, but claimed by the United Arab Emirates. Another interesting fact is that about 76% of the crude oil that passes through the strait goes to Asian countries, mainly China, India, Japan, Singapore, and South Korea. Although Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates have built major pipelines that can partially bypass the strait, their combined capacity is still far lower than the 21 million barrels per day normally transported through it. For this reason, many governments around the world want to ensure that shipping through the Strait of Hormuz continues without interruption. However, the Middle East is a politically unstable region. Sometimes different groups or countries try to use the strait as a political or military tool. For example, the Houthi movement has attacked ships in the region. In addition, recent attacks on ships near the strait involving Iran have increased tensions and shown how incidents in this area can threaten global trade and regional stability. This raises an important question that concerns many people. Could gas and oil prices rise dramatically if the strait were blocked? The short answer is yes, but not indefinitely. It is true that the Strait of Hormuz has a major impact on the global economy. However, many countries maintain strategic oil reserves. Current global reserves are estimated to cover about 1 year of consumption at current levels. So let us imagine that the Strait of Hormuz is blocked for several months. Would this cause serious problems for some countries? Yes, it would. But would the global economy collapse completely? No, it probably would not.